All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbata TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthew Ajegunle, and you love to call me the Elegbata One of Sports. I'm in the studio today with my brother, my friend, looking all flowery and beautiful, Joseph Okiche, the Anambra boy that grew up in Aba and became a die-hard fan of Enyimba Football Club. Joseph, good morning and welcome to the show.
Being the show every day is so amazing. It's amazing.
It all started like a joke, and see how far we've come now. This morning, I'm going to go to Germany. I've got someone on the show today. It's got some very good product to introduce to. Not just, I don't need it, but grassroots football need it. Every young person that is playing football, from what I've heard so far, need it. But not just that. He's not just. Some people are journeymen. Some people are hitchhikers in the game of football. They are what I call ambush marketers. Okay, they just come in for what they can get out of the game and get out of it. But this is somebody who has toiled and broken sweat and worked very hard and given everything there is to be given. When it comes to the game itself. So you look at a person like this and you say to yourself, you know what? If he's bringing anything on board, it's worth it. And the person I'm talking about is someone who's played for Stationery Stores, GIB Rocks. He's from Bayelsa, grew up in Ajegunle. But the beautiful story behind him is the fact that he's coaching at TSG Hoffenheim. Okay, and you know how some time ago, I think about last year, we did a series. We had a conversation with Martin Tyler why it is so difficult to have black coaches. Why it's so difficult to have black coaches in European clubs, and he's one of those persons who you look at like, okay, how did he get there? I'm going to ask him all of those questions, find out how he managed to break the dock and get into that plot. Riding on this, what I'm interested in knowing a whole lot, whether he do juju. He's from Bayelsa and he grew up in Ajegunle, so there's a possibility whether I use Otumokbo go wipe all this with people. You can't just tell me that one black man will just go and become coach of the youth team. Igbo people, they value the youth team more than the senior team. Yes. Because in the senior team, anybody can just come and play football.
Especially in Germany.
But yes, in Germany. But in the youth team, that's where you develop systems and structure. So to entrust a black man with that responsibility, like so small to Makbodu.
We'll find out for
small to Makbodu. So we have on the show with us all the way from Hoffenheim in Germany, Benjamin James. For those of you who don't know, Benjamin James is a former player of GIB Rocks, Stationery Stores, 3SC, and quite a police machine where he scored over 30-something goals. For them, they call him Olokpa. Those who know him in his days, in his 80s. But then the thing is, he's aging backward. He's aging backward. He's not. Normally you're supposed to be aging forward. Like you're supposed to be growing older. But when you look at him,
he's growing younger.
He's growing younger. Yeah. So I don't know how they do that one. Some people have juju. I'm saying it all the time. Some people have juju. So we will see how it goes at the end of the day. Benjamin James, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbata TV Radio.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Benjamin James, ABTME from Bayelsa State. Precisely, I base here in Germany for now. And I working with the Hoffenheim Football Club as a coach. Since 2005, I've been working there as a coach. Okay, so let's start with. We're going to go back to. We're going to come to this Hoffenheim thing, but I like doing from the beginning. So for those people who don't know who Benjamin James, ABTME, the ABTME that we know is Collins, barbed wire ABTME, and I played against him. Yeah. He kicked me very high. I see him back, kicked me up to 6 feet. Referee even blew. But let's focus on your journey. Can you introduce yourself from the beginning, where you were born, where you grew up, and you came into football, what teams you played for? We don't have all the time in this world, so we can make it snappy. Summarize all these things for us. Precisely, this might be shocking to people, but I was born in Ghana and grew up in Ajegunle. And start my football career in Ajegunle as well, where I played for so many youth teams like Soccer Planners, Agas in St. Mary. These are the youth teams we played for. So, and from there, though I was a goalkeeper then, my elder brother Timiye was a goalkeeper too. So we are both goalkeepers, and each time we go to the field or we have a game, I will be at the bench. So this fateful day, we were short of players, so they said, you tall now, go and play in the striking role. So, and I went there and I banked 3 goals just like that. So I just converted myself from goalkeeper to striker. So all this while we'll go play over the weekend in my 2 barracks. They will not choose me. So this day again, brother Ifeanyi, they were short of players that day, and I came early and they wanted to start early. So they said, Ben, brother Ifeanyi was like, come and pair with me at the defense. So I paired with him. And that day I was like, everybody was just shouting, Ben, you were so good. So anytime we come, every Saturday now, I'll be the first they will pick me first. Before they pick 3 people, they picked me already. So I started developing this confidence playing with these grown-up men like that. So, and it happened in, that was this year I went to Shooting Stars with my torn boot. This story is very funny, with my torn boot. So I got to the toll gate. I was short of cash and I saw a tipper. They were just talking, I'm playing Lola, shooting play Lola. So I was like, I'm going to Shooting Stars clubhouse. I'm a footballer, I'm going for trials. So the man just said, shooting. So he sent his boys to the back of the tipper, took me in the front to sit with him. He was just gisting. So we got to Ibadan. He took me to late Lekon Salami. We got there. Lekon Salami was like, my son, sit down. I ate with him. Then they took me to the Shooting Stars. Was the first team in Nigeria to have a clubhouse, furnished with telephone and everything. Shooting Stars. So when I got there, and the next day, all these top players.
Sorry, what year was this?
I think this was 85.
Okay.
No, 86. Then I was very small and skinny. So when I got there, everybody was just looking at me. What is this small boy going to do to Shooting Stars? And they came with their 505. Then they just gave them this 505. Then Lekon Salami gave them Temile, Clement Temile, Ozogula, Ogbeyin Fawole, Rashidi Yekini. All of them just came. I was just looking at them. Man, these are big players, you know. So the training, Felix Owolabi was there, Muda Lawal, and Segun was the manager then. Segun Odegbami. He just looked at me, he gave me the confidence. I love him so much. He said, Ben, come on, do your thing. I know you can play. For you to come here from Lagos. So then I trained with them, and they said they have a friendly game the next week. I trained 4 or 5 times with them, and we had this friendly game. So while I was training with them, I've been kicking and heading everybody. So they just loved me there. So this game, I was at the bench when they were losing 3-0. So Segun told me I should warm up. So I started to, as I stood up from the bench, I just got this kind of voice from the crowd, ghost pimples all over my body, like, hey, like he's here now. So I just warm up, and they just motivated me, and I played the game. We lost 3-0, and the game ended like that, and they did not score us again. So I went to Lagos that year, and they did not. When I came back, I was sick in Lagos. So I came back late February. Then, you know, this communication stuff is not like now that you can reach anybody anywhere. So Segun told me, Ben, we waited for you, and you didn't come back. So we took out your form back, and the registration don't close then. So all I can do is, Segun just said, Ben, I'm paying you 3 months salary. Then they were giving me that time 550 naira, huge money, plenty money. Segun just count the money, gave me, and I collect them. I say, see, do. Then I show back to Lagos. I go back to Lagos and I gave the money to my mom. I said, Mom, just be giving me 100 naira every month. And I couldn't finish the 100 naira every month. So this day, police machine team, I had some friends playing for police. They just drove past our domot, our doors, and picked them always. George Derekuma and co. I would be like, police. So this day I said, let me go and train with these guys. I went there. I trained. After training, they just round me, the boss from the police, Mr. Ominu. He was a former goalkeeper in Nigeria, trainer. He used to be in Gilosbega, very popular man. I think most of us must know him. So he said, my son, you are not going anywhere. You play for police. I said, Daddy, I know. He said, I will give you inspector salary. Exactly what they gave me. Inspector salary was 480 there. He said, I said, no, I'm not going to take it because where they come from, they gave me 550. He said, I will give you 600. I said, I learned few people don't even pay. At the end of the month, they will owe him people. He said, I will be paying you directly. I said, okay. Then George, my friend, was like, Ben, play for us now. Only one season. I said, okay, let me do it. Then I played for them that season, and we went to police. We won the Oba Cup. Then ACB, First Bank, all these big teams were in Lagos. You know how Oba Cup is in Lagos then now?
Back in the day.
We won the Oba Cup that year. We won the Lagos State League that year. We went to Bauchi to win Police Cup game. So when we won the Oba Cup, the Inspector General of Police then was Gambo. He called me to his office on live TV. He said, my son, you will not regret joining police. So when I got to my senior brother, he said, you now bribe, they will take you. Now swear, they will take you. So I was like, so police work, how is it? He said, go join police now. You should just concentrate and play your football. So I said, okay. Then I left. Immediately, stores came. Bros Joe is a reporter then. He told my brother, I said, Ben, the stationery stores, Flaming Flamingos won Benjamin James. Then so they came. I said, Bros Joe, I can't go to stores. So I learned they do beat people. If you don't play well, they will beat you. So he said, no. He said, no, they won't beat you. They love you. They sent us to come to you. So he went back and told them that. So our league got finished, and we came up. We won everything that year in police. So all teams were looking for me in Lagos. So Timie was like, go to stores. Say if you play stores, you will make name. Then I signed. For stores, and I tell you what stores was doing for me.
What was the salary at stores?
They get almost 600 for salary that time too. And my salary was, they told me what they are giving them in police. They don't give people here, but they will give me that. So, and they were giving me my salary. I just closed mouth. 8 people complain, I follow them complain to say money no day, but my own they come. So we are just going on like that. And the first friendly game I went to play for stores was in Agege Stadium. I came in that day. That was a friendly game. Laloko and everybody, Ofoku, they were there. First free kick, I just win it. Goal. The fans ran into the stadium and took me out of the game. Say I should reserve my goals, that I should not play. So they just dragged me out. I was looking, what kind of fans are these people? Just take me out of the game. Lower. Lower, Remilekun, lower. So I just went and took my shower. We left. The first league game, our first league game, Joe Achinze, we play Bendel United in Lagos. I banged the first goal. No, Joe Achinze banged the first goal. I banged the second goal. He banged the third goal. We won 3-0. That is how. And the next game is in Calabar Rovers against Calabar in Calabar. I don't know our sponsor then. I think they said his name was Shola. We flew from Lagos to Calabar. The next day we came out for warming up. I saw about 10 Molwares in Calabar. 10 Molwares as we came for warming up. I just see Lagos Molwares. I say, this if we don't reach here again. When we got to that game, Calabar Rovers was Calabar Rovers there. at the tail end of the game, 91 minutes of the game, Bayo Fayewu dribbled to the end and he gave the ball to Issa Labi. Issa Labi just go through the 18 box and pull the ball back. So who was going? I think it was Golden Ajebo or Bayo Fayewu who was going to. No, it was Bayo Fayewu who was going to take the shot again. Then I was shouting behind him, "Buy your leg over! Buy your leg over!" Bayo just took off his leg. When I hit the ball, I saw it that it was going to where I wanted it to go. Imama Amapakabo was the goalkeeper of Calabar Rover. Yeah, he followed the ball internet. I'm mad. I put my jersey. I ran to the governor, Calabar, the Cross River governor, the VIP, our boss, Shola, everybody was there. So I took off my jersey. I was saluting the governor. Everybody stood up. They saluted me. So I ran back to the field. The man gave me yellow card. So we won that game 1-0. That is how I start coming up. At the end of the season, Abiola Babes came for me. Iwayan came for me. Leventi, saw the big team start coming. And I collected money from Abiola. Then Best Ogenwe was the manager. I said I wanted to go to Abiola Base because when I was playing for ITT Lagos, I do play for ITT before Police, I think so. I do play for ITT before Police, before I went to Ibadan. So when I think I'm losing it now.
No. You know, history sometimes can be, blur as time goes by. But let's fast forward. How do you move from Nigeria to Europe? What happened? Because that time, not too many players go to Europe. Football going to Europe was not part of the whole idea. How did you find your way to Europe?
I had some friends in Italy then. Then we were going to play this game in Tunisia against Esperance Shooting Stars, who went there to play, and the club Ladispoli, the team in Ladispoli, they came with they watched me play that game. We lost 1-0 or 1-1. We played there and we beat them. So they said they've watched me and everything is okay with me. So I left the team with them. I went to Italy from there. That's how I started my football career.
Okay, so when you go to Italy, let's because we don't have all the time in this world and there's still many to talk about. Obviously, we'll have a part 2 to this interview. How did you become a coach of TSG Hoffenheim? This is a German club, one. Secondly, Germans are very particular about their way. They say Germans are Germans. Okay, they are conservative in their ways.
You're right.
Okay, their methodology is a guarded secret. How did you get your training, and then they not trust you and say this black man from Africa, not just any kind of black man from Nigeria, say, oh yeah, we trust you, come and manage our team? What happened?
The story is I think when you believe in what you're doing, because when I had my operation, then my nail was like, I couldn't run like I used to. I was like, hey Ben, it's high time you find something else to do. You're here. And I find out, I make some research, and they said here I have to do it with their language, and I'm good at language anyway. I always catch up on time anywhere I go. In Italy, I speak Italian language perfectly too. So I followed up, and first year I wanted to go to this school. My friend was like, this is their language that they used to speak each. Can you make it? Do you know I did not go because that fear gripped me. I was like, so the next year I was like, I am not going to tell anybody. I am going to keep it to myself to do this. So, and I applied again, and I was picked. Because here, not that you apply, they just pick you. You apply, you wait for letter to come, then you'll be like. So the advantage I had, I played in the Bundesliga before too here. So this was one advantage again. So they picked me, and we were about 80 students that year. I enrolled 2004. So, and when the football teachers came to the school, teaching us, telling us, practical, theory, practicals. That is how we go. So each time we are doing this practical, the first day I got to the school, everybody was sitting. You have friends, they will just say, introduce yourself. Everybody just separate themselves, hang out with themselves like that. The first day I was looking at them, nobody came close to me. I was just there like that. And so when they said we should introduce ourselves, I start dropping my story, dropping where I've played, what I've done, like that. They were like, everybody just thought, okay. So when I finished, a guy came to me, said, I didn't know you've played so high. I said, okay. So, but he was good. So we started being friends like that, and I took the course. So that professor was like, wow, how all the things we are doing, you form one exercise to be 2 or 3. You are very creative. And I was like, this guy don't know where they come from. He not gonna understand. Said, you are too creative. So I was like, yeah, that's how we do. So then he asked me, then it was like, do you like to be a coach in Germany here? I said, why am I doing the course here in Germany? I want to be a coach. He said, I will introduce you to a friend. Said they will like you because I will talk on your behalf. And one thing is you are good, and one thing you have favor behind you.
True.
Yeah. So I think the hand of God was there that time, like speak through this man for him. So when I got there, when I finished 2004, they called me from Hoffenheim. They were in Division 2. They called me and said, we got your information. We have everything about you. We would like you to come over to talk. Just like that. I was like, wow. So I drove there, and we sat. They talked. They said, you will start with the under 19 coaches here. You work with them. I said, like. So then when I start, the first year, we finished the season. Then the second season, they said, okay, one other professor is coming to head the youth team. So you will go down to under 15 and handle the team, because their pattern here is different from what our pattern in Nigeria. You have somebody overseeing the youth side, and coaches will be under him like that. So we're all working together, and everything was going on fine. I think I won the junior FA Cup. I've won it 6 times. I've won the junior FA Cup 6 times. I've won the German Youth League, the under 15, 16, 7 times. And I've won there's this cup they called in Holland. We used to play it. I've won the cup where we're giving the best coaches, and my boys won the best player and the best goalkeeper award as well.
Okay, so
I've done a lot, and I have so clear.
So Benjamin, we are beginning to run out of time. There's another show that would start off on the station pretty soon. So let's hit the ground on. There is a product you introduced to me, something that would help grassroots. We've got only 5 minutes now, okay. Like I said, we'll do more of this conversation continuously, so that the people that are listening would have time to really digest it. But you said there is an app that you guys have that can make it easy for every young player in Nigeria, West Africa, and even the whole of Africa to easily market themselves to European clubs. If they fill in all their details properly. You have the next 5 minutes to tell us and the listeners out there what it is about.
Thank you for this opportunity. We came up with this idea, me as one of the CEOs of YouScout. It's called YouScout. YouScout is to showcase...
Please, can you spell it? YouScout. Can you spell it?
You with Y YouScout.
Okay.
YouScout. My pronunciation, I pronounce at times like the
Europeans.
German spelling. Sorry. Yeah. So it's YouScout, and is to showcase African players all over the world. And precisely, I spoke with these guys, and we came up with this idea, and now we are done. This idea came up at least, I think, 4 years ago, and now we are done with the app. By the end of this month, 1st of May, the app will be coming out for people to use. And this app, I told them it costs $10 to put your videos, your details, and everything. But I told them for the first 1 month, we should leave the app running for Africa for free. For free. So they were like, though we had some misunderstanding, but finally we agreed to run this app now. So I want everybody in Nigeria, footballers, coaches, managers, academics, academy owners, you can register your team, your full team, register them on this app with the chairman, the sponsor. You can put them, even coaches can even put their names there by themselves.
So what is the benefit? What is the benefit to the people who put their names, coaches, managers, players? What's their benefit?
The benefit is this, because we've spoken with so many clubs before we come up, and they said they are going to come in too. It's a way of searching. It's like Google now. You go in there, you said you want a player. If you go to the search column, you want a player, a striker, very fast, he can play both legs and very skillful. You just put search. When you put search, if it is 100 players in that specific description you wrote in, you will get them. Then you start watching anyone that you like. You can get their contact. Their contact is there. Their email is there. You don't come through us now. You can speak with them directly. If you are satisfied, if you have contact in Nigeria, you can ask anybody to go and check them, and you do their visa for them. You can do anything for them. If you want to see them, you see them. This is why we came up with this app. I will encourage every academy or even our Lagos State League people. This time a player can just fill in his CV, everything, your videos. People can see you. You might be lucky. The day they check of midfielders, you are there. They say they like you and they can contact you.
All right, thank you very much. It's a good thing that you brought this up, because we have a partnership with the Surulere League in Lagos, with the Anambra Football League in Anambra, as well as the Port Harcourt City League. We just firm up our relationship with them. We're just about tying up our relationship with the Ondo Football League as well. So these leagues that we are affiliated and partners with, we would definitely introduce the package to them, YouScout, and see how good it goes. The good thing again is the show that is coming up after this one would help you to understand our commitment to Nigerian players. Okay, it's called the Nigerian Footballers GPS show. It's a show that track every Nigerian player wherever they are on the globe, especially in Europe, because we have the MLS, as I say, that comes on Friday and Saturday and Monday as well, 6 p.m. or Saturday and Monday, 6 p.m. that also tell you the performance of Nigerian players in the MLS as well as African players. So with all of this synergy coming together, we would eventually be able to get this right. The goal is to make sure that the Nigerian footballers get the best opportunity. We are short of time. We can't go any further than this. But thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin James. When I have a player that fits the criteria of Hoffenheim, I hope I can give you a call and say, I have this player. Would you guys give him a tryout? And hopefully, since one professor used his connection to help you, my knowing you too will help. Or YouScout would help a lot of players, because there are a lot of people who come to me every day. I have this player, this guy sabi, help him. I think I will tell them now, go and put your player on YouScout. It will be easier. But thank you very much for sharing your story. the story is not over, because there is still a lot of the stories I want to hear. The most interesting part of this story you told today was scoring that goal in Calabar against Imama Mapakabo, who I happened to play with when I played in Sharks. He was my goalkeeper, my captain, and we're still best of friends to this very day. And I also like the part where you scored a friendly goal in Agege and they moved you. The fans moved. Nigerian football used to be very beautiful, Sha. It used to be very beautiful. Those are moments those are moments that we want to relive. One of the things that I want you to do now as we go in the next 1 minute, greet Nigerians in Yoruba, in Niger, in Italy, in Germany, and tell them to go and register on YouScout in those languages.
Wow. Good morning, fellow Nigerians, fellow Africans and Nigerians. Please register in YouScout. It's coming up. It's going to come online first week, the 1st of May. Please go and register for free now. For the first 1 year, you will get it for free. Please do that now. And in Yoruba, Joel register in YouScout. It's not easy, bro.
Okay, no problem. Okay, say it in Italy and Germany, please.
Guten Morgen. YouScout ist raus jetzt. Jeden kann jetzt YouScout benutzen ad 1. Mai bis Ende Mai. Vom sonst bitte schnell mag das jetzt. In Italian language.
My favorite language.
In Italian is per favore adesso. I'm mixing it with German. I'm not.
Okay, so finally, as I let you go, is the app going to be on iOS and Android?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Benjamin James, for your time. God bless you, and I wish you the best, and Hoffenheim as well. Next time when I talk to you, I'm going to ask you questions about Ogbuki and a lot of Nigerian players that perform in Germany. We're also going to talk about the national team. Next time you will be my analyst, my expert eye on the national team and their performance. This partnership with you will enable us to always touch base with you and get your expert opinion on Nigerian players that are performing abroad. Thank you very much for your time, and God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, that was Benjamin James, a Nigerian that is doing us proud, really raising the flag and doing very, very well across the channel in Germany.